with me, so all of my money I take it and spend it. Nowadays these bitches ain't got no class, they all be suspended. Everybody looking at the bug like the bug won't do it. Fuck 'em, I'll shoot it, bang bang, double.
Junebug back, what's poppin', man? So, last night me and my team, we sat together for like over an hour. We put together mad ideas. We talked about every little subject about 2K. And we put together a wish list for 2K18. So I'm going to just go right off the top. We wrote down a lot of things, so I'm just going to start literally right at the top. I'm going to start with my career mode. Now, first off, the archetype caps got to go. Or they need to implement where you can choose two different archetypes. Example, a sharpshooter defender or a sharpshooter playmaker. Or here's another idea. They can switch it where there's no caps. You get the same amount of upgrades you got this year, the 100 upgrades. But let's say if you want to put all your shooting up and have no defense, you should be able to do that. You should be able to have a 90 layup, a 90 dunk, a 93 ball, a 90 mid-range. But if you wanted to waste all your upgrades on that, you would have a 55 defense, 55 playmaking, a 55. You see what I'm saying? It would make the game much more competitive. Because the people that would have just their shooting up, they would have zero defense. So they would get scored on, non-stop. And the guys that put their defense up, that go against the guys that are straight shooters, are going to get, somewhat D'd up. I mean, of course they're going to shoot because they're shooters, but it's just going to make it a lot more competitive. It's not going to be where if you're a sharpshooter, you can only shoot. Because you know what happens when you're a sharpshooter and people know you're a sharpshooter? They just guard you up and they let you go to the paint. Because they know you can't take it to the rack. As long as somebody gets there and puts a body there, you're going to miss it. And that's just not realistic. LeBron James could shoot and he could take it to the rack. There's a lot of players too. LeBron James I'm just using because he's a good example. But there's lots of dynamic players. So I'm not going to keep dragging that out. But they need to be very more specific with your archetypes. It's my player for a reason. You shouldn't be able to tell me if I'm a sharpshooter that all my other attributes have a cap on it. That's nonsense. We should be able to pick exactly how our player should be. So, again, they should have the same amount of upgrades, but just take away the caps, man. Let us decide what and how we want our player. So, second, Pro-Am. They should have an offense and defense playbook that you can create yourself and you can call in game. Whereas if you have a sub plan and they don't know all the plays you guys run, if I call a play, the spots will light up on the floor after I create it, in my playbook. So everybody knows where to go, how to run the play, everything. Also, if you have more than 5 players on your team and they're on the game, they should be able to sit on the bench so I can sub out when people get tired or people just aren't performing well. I should be able to sub people out if they're online. Also, there should be a private match setup. We've wanted to match up with teams and, you have to try to time it, when you're in the Pro-Am, you have to literally try to time it where at the same time you guys get matched up. There should be a matchup button where if I want to play a team, we can literally match up and just play. As well as there should be a practice. There should be a practice mode in Pro-Am where it doesn't affect your record. It should be where you could squad up and go against the computer just to practice offense, defense, and it won't, give you losses or wins. So, as far as walk-on goes with the Pro-Am, the 2K15 walk-on or rec center needs to come back. It needs to get rid of this walk-on, go back to the 2K15 rec center. That would solve all the problems. We could practice there. We could get our rep there. It just makes way more sense to have that back instead of this walk-on. It's nuts. But on a side note, I want more tattoos or even the option to scan your own tattoos. We're scanning our faces. There should be an option where we can scan our tattoos. And they need much better clothes, man. I'm tired of the clothes they give us. They just don't even fit the body right. So, now back to the body styles. They need to go back to almost like NBA Live, where you can pick what type of body type you want. You could be a stocky guy, a big guy, and this should all affect your attributes. If you have a bigger guy, he should be slower but have more strength, where a smaller guy would be quicker and more agile. The badge system also needs to change. You should be able to pick what 5 badges you want to upgrade. If I'm getting badges, I want to pick what ones I can upgrade. Therefore, if I'm a shooter, I should be able to pick defensive badges to give me that little boost of defense. They need to bring back other badges like King of Euros, Fade Ace, Spin Laying, Transition Finisher, Scrapper, Bank is Open, And there's no interceptor badge. There's no badge for to play the passing lane. So long story short, they got to bring back some of these badges, man. They got to. And get rid of some of these other badges that have no point in this game. And crossovers are still a big problem with the game. People are still spamming crossovers. You'll fall off a behind the back move when your perfect defensive stance. It should be more realistic, where if you're running and you do a step back or a pull back, that's when you should fall. Not if I'm just standing still in front of you. Also with gameplay, it needs to be more fluent and less animation. If the ball's loose, the ball's loose. It should be fair play, not an animation for me bobbling the ball in my hands when somebody tries to knock it out. They keep emphasizing on a skill gap, but there's no skill gap. 2K needs to stop carrying new players with all the animations and have it come down to the sticks. The defensive assist will be at 0, and it will still make you jump on pump fakes without touching the stick or wide. Defense really needs to come down to how good the person is. If I don't jump on a pump fake or a move or move on a crossover, there should be no penalties for that. Also, if there's a man in a general area, that shouldn't count as contention. Example, if I'm shooting and somebody's to the right of me, that shouldn't count as a shot contention. The only way it should count as shot contention is if the dude has a hand in my face. I mean, if you watch shooters, a hand can be in their face, they'll still make it. You see what I'm getting at? It's just they need to get more realistic with that. My team mode was good this year. The only thing I think they should change is have a cap for each card. There should be no card being overpriced, and then when a new card drops, it makes the market crash. Easier way to earn MT and packs. There's, earning my team with the coins and packs it's always difficult. There needs to be easier ways to do that. And also with the My GM, it needs to go back to 2K13 style, where you got computer teams, user teams, fully workable off season with progression. This year was start and finish. That's it. You start, then you finish, and you have to start a new one. We want a draft of free agency and prospects. That's what we want, 2K. So, that was our wish list, man. I tried to go quick, tried to not drag it and make it extra long. But if you like it, man, share it. Let 2K know, man, this is what we want, man. This is what we want. Listen to the people, man. Listen to the people. Long story short, I'm out of here. Junebug back was popping.